If there is one thing to take away from this video, it's don't be afraid. Hey everyone, welcome to the Market Made channel. I'm Jess M. I am the owner and founder of The Market Made. In this video, I want to give you some helpful insight, specifically 9-ish tips or so on how to be more confident and why you should be more confident. One of the biggest inhibitors to success or personal growth and development is confidence, with a secondary issue of a dash of fear. So let me propose a question to whatever you are questioning yourself about right now. And that is why? Ask yourself this, because once you identify the problem or problems that are hindering your progress and that are delaying you, you are more likely to have a breakthrough. Is it the fear of rejection, the fear of offending someone? Is it the fear of success? Is it the fear of not being good enough? Come on now. Why are you doing this to yourself? Before we get started on my list, please hit that subscribe button. Thank you. All right, let's get into it. 9 ways to build yourself back up slowly because you are worth the work. So number 1, which is very challenging, is to challenge yourself. What I mean by this is to go out of your way to be uncomfortable. Go outside of your comfort zone. Put yourself in situations you are not normally comfortable with to challenge yourself and be comfortable with being uncomfortable. I'm sure there's research about this and there's like a psychology term for it, but trust me, growth requires growing pains. So challenge yourself to grow. Even if it's just baby steps, do it. Number 2, confront your fears. This is similar to number 1, but it's not quite the same. The difference is that challenging yourself is about gradual promotion of growth to change yourself, your habits, your mentality, which is why I say challenging yourself to put yourself in uncomfortable positions for a long period of time is way worse than confronting your fears. Confronting your fears is just like ripping off a Band-Aid. It should be quick, painful, and done. So for confronting your fears, it is all about identifying something that terrifies you, no matter how big or small. And then you just go for it. What this tip does is prove to yourself that you can confront your fears. So when something big shows up, you won't even bat an eye. Number 3, own your strengths. Brag about yourself, stop focusing on your weaknesses, and keep focused on your strengths. Whenever you have a thought about a fear, a mistake, a weakness, an error, I want you to follow up that thought with a positive thought about your strengths, your positive attributes and characteristics. So if you have a bad thought, you need to follow it up with a good thought. And if you can't think of anything positive in the moment, just think this: I am better than this moment, because you are. Number 4, small goals and tasks lead to big results. Like I said earlier, it's all about a slow progression and gradually working on yourself, aka baby steps. Set achievable goals daily, sort of like a to-do list, but something you know for sure that you can get done. This will help slowly build your confidence and your self-esteem. And then once you grow in your confidence and your abilities, then you want to set bigger goals, not just daily, monthly, weekly, annually. So when you're having a bad day, you can look back and see all of your accomplishments firsthand. Number 5, lift others with you. In short, help someone else. There is actually research out there about how helping someone else can raise your self-esteem and your self-confidence. And it's that classic argument of how altruism doesn't really exist. However, that's not exactly what I'm talking about. I am saying to help someone else to show yourself that you know what you're talking about. And that if you don't know what you're talking about, you will figure it out. And that's okay that you have to figure it out. Because this is about building self-confidence, not someone else's confidence in you. Also, especially because as women, we just need to help each other out and stop poo-pooing on each other's successes and wins. Yes, I know it is very hard to be happy for someone when you yourself are not happy, or celebrate someone's success when you're experiencing failures in that moment. But once you recognize it's just a moment for you and that you're only competing against yourself and your own personal growth, not other people, not other women, you will experience a breath of fresh air. For example, let me tell you, I am making these videos that no one is watching. I only have 33 subscribers. I maybe get 50 views in the first week, and my videos aren't very successful, nor is my YouTube channel. But hear this, it doesn't mean that I won't be more successful in the future. It doesn't mean that I'm not successful now, that I'm not happy now, that I don't value what I have right now. And that doesn't mean that my suggestions and opinions aren't worth anything, because they are, people. Also, this leads into my next point about helping other people to refine your skills and knowledge. Number 6, continuing education. Oh man, I'm getting tired. I'm gonna move spots. Number 6, continuing education. So a great way to boost your self-confidence and that feeling of being successful is to educate yourself, which can be anything from learning a new skill, taking an online course, reading a book, listening to a podcast, or my favorite, becoming an expert through teaching and helping other people. Here's the thing about being an expert. You become an expert through learning and then teaching others. Many times you will actually learn more from teaching other people, and it'll help you recognize your worth, your knowledge, your capabilities, and your in general awesomeness. Continuing education is all about personal development and in turn building your self-confidence, which is why it's probably my favorite thing to do and my favorite tip. Number 7, self-awareness. You need to be self-aware, and it's a really strange concept because a lot of people think they're self-aware when really they aren't. So let's identify it this way. You need to be able to recognize your flaws and separate your weaknesses from things you can and cannot control. Because there are things you can change and there are things you can't change, which you need to be self-aware enough to realize this and prepare for, because people will attack you for things you can't change, and you need to be able to separate yourself from that. Recognizing this and identifying your areas of improvement or weaknesses will allow you to accept criticism a little bit easier, along with, and more importantly, being able to compartmentalize it and filter it better. Number 8, and we are all guilty of this, comparison shopping. This is an innate human reaction of comparing yourself to other people. Whether it is yourself, your physical features, your children, your jobs, your success, your failures. It's dumb. It's part of our biological makeup. But everyone has different strengths. Everyone has different weaknesses. Everyone has different struggles and stories. Everyone is different. So stop trying to be the same. It just adds more stress to your life because you're trying to check off other people's boxes. That's ridiculous. When 53% of Americans live paycheck to paycheck, 42% Americans aren't saving for retirement, and 47% of Americans have significant credit card debt, you should probably stop comparing yourself to other people and trying to emulate them and their habits. Because it isn't mentally and emotionally healthy, but also it's not financially healthy. So make your own checklists and goals, check off your own boxes, and those people you're envious of with the fancy clothes and the fancy cars, or they're traveling and they're living the life, just applaud them and their success and focus on yourself and your own journey, because there's no comparison and there shouldn't be. Number 9, look confident. This is my least favorite suggestion. I really don't like this. I never have, but it is timeless, and there is actually research backing this up. It was in almost every article and video that I read or watched while doing some research to prep for this video. But I guess real people apparently don't respond well to when someone doesn't look good. I don't know. Yeah, it was very annoying. And trust me, I am all about sweatpants and just lounging and existing in my workout attire and just being a real person. But apparently people don't respond well to this. They like the facade, because judging others and evaluating them is just how we process data, and it's actually very instinctual and natural, built into our biological structure. Ugh, shaking my fist at science and biology. Why? So all the experts said dress to impress because first impressions matter. Your body language and appearance matter. Also, they believe it's a self-fulfilling prophecy that if you get ready and look good and get yourself prepared for the day, that you yourself will in turn feel more confident and it'll help boost your self-confidence over time. Here's why I hate the suggestion and why I feel like it's somewhat sexist, especially when we're talking about improving self-confidence, because women are often overly criticized and hyper aware of their appearance, more so and more often than men. Don't get me wrong, when I was reading these articles and stuff, they also gave the same suggestions to men, but it wasn't to the same extent as it was for women, because as women, we are often overly criticized for not wearing enough makeup, wearing too much makeup, not dressing up enough, dressing too much up for going out. How dare you? And obviously I could go on numerous examples, but I know you get it. So this piece of advice popped up everywhere. I hated reading about it. It annoys me. And my counterpoint to it is dress to impress yourself, because this is about building up your self-confidence in yourself, not other people's implicit biases. If you think you look good, great. If you think you want or need to step up your closet or your game, great. If you feel confident and don't feel like you need to prove your worth through how you look, even better. For me personally, I am the type of person who is resilient and I will work hard no matter the obstacles or people ahead of me. However, many people are not like that. Right when you discourage them, it demotivates them. But unfortunately, that is a part of life. You're gonna have the haters. You will definitely come across more people, and probably have come across many, who tell you no, set expectations on you, set limitations on you, are negative or discourage you from your ambitions and personal goals, don't like you, etc. How do you not let this bother you? Answer is you don't. You feel the feels for a little bit and then you get right back to it and you keep trying. Easier said than done. Trust me, I definitely have confidence and esteem issues like most people in this world. It is a very hard uphill mental, emotional, psychological battle to fight against that, because it's just natural, and unfortunately a lot of women do struggle with this. Men do too. I don't want to say that men don't. I'm positive they do. It's just, I feel like especially with women, and especially minority women, it's just way more built into the system, and it's built into society of these expectations of the no's, of the roadblocks, of the people who are going to hate and discourage you. It's a way more of an uphill battle. So ladies of all backgrounds, races, ethos, religions, sizes, etc., don't be afraid. You are worth the work, and brag about yourself. Let other people know your worth, and also let them know that you know your own worth. Yes, you will have those people that call you aggressive, bossy, cocky, arrogant, bitchy, oh no. And guess what? It's because you're not fitting into the box that they want to put you in. And it makes them uncomfortable because you are defying and surpassing those limitations and expectations. So keep pushing. I hope you found these words of wisdom, pieces of advice, encouragement, motivational things. I hope you found them helpful. And if you did, please give this video a thumbs up. That'd be very nice of you. And remember to subscribe to the Market Made channel and click on that notification button to stay up to date on all my content. And yeah, because your girl needs some subscribers and views, so help me out. You can also follow me on social media at The Market Made. And as always, thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you have a wonderful day. Stay safe out there, and bye. Number two, your positive attributes and characteristics. It's all about consumerism mentality.